Before we actually begin tonight's session, I do want to say thank you to Dill Pickle for subscribing that 1 tier. Appreciate it so much, buddy. And yeah, now with that being said, hello everyone and greetings to all. My name is KG Prestige. Here is my buddy TSS, and of course our other pals will be joining us soon. And welcome everybody to another exciting week of the PokePod World Podcast, where me and my pals gather around to talk about shenanigans that have been going on within the past week, and
Pass the
and
s'mores.
hopefully it's a good one. Hey Rich, how you doing, buddy?
Pass the
I
s'mores.
have no s'mores. Who has s'mores in this time of season?
How we're gonna
No.
how we're gonna have a PokePod campfire? You don't have the s'mores.
Well, we're gonna have some fiery stuff going on because shit just dropped in like the last few hours that I wasn't even expecting,
Really now?
and I wasn't even expecting to even talk about this tonight, and we're gonna get into
So I guess obviously we have whatever TSS is gonna be bringing up soon. We're also gonna have the Pokemon Go shenanigans. We're gonna have Pokemon Master shenanigans, as well. Given that we were just playing mobile game music in the background, talk a little bit about the mobile game scene, as well as talking about something interesting that I learned regarding the film Coco that I thought would be fun and worthy to talk about. Not sure if that's exactly what you had in mind, TSS, but there was something interesting that I read via an
Nope.
interview that I thought was cool to bring up for later.
and the answer to that is no. It's something completely different that has nothing to do with anything that we have
All
lined
right,
up.
sweet. So obviously, you guys already know what today is. It's Monday, everyone's favorite day of the week, but it's actually definitively this time everyone's favorite day of the week because it just so happened to be Cyber Monday, where everybody goes insane to try to figure out what the hottest trend is and also try to buy it before everybody else purchase it before you. And I have
That would have worked. That would have worked. Black Friday didn't last the entire month of November.
Yeah, right. First of all, literally every day was Black Friday if you think about it, because there was always a new sale, whether it be on Walmart or Best Buy or Amazon. There's always something happening. But notably for this Black Friday / Cyber Monday, I think the only thing people were more invested on was trying to get their hands on the latest console release, being of the Xbox Series X as well as the PlayStation 5. So aside from that, I didn't really hear a lot of people talk about what they wanted to purchase this time around. It didn't really feel like there was that much to.
There wasn't very much of.
No.
I mean, there were a pretty good amount of deals, but there wasn't something where I was like, "Oh, I must get it," other than one thing. But that was even before Black Friday.
Yeah. Also, somebody says
Yeah.
it's Camilla's birthday, best girl of Fire Emblem Fates. I agree to that, but it's also another special birthday as well. It's actually the birthday of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that came out on the Switch a few years ago.
Enrico
Don't worry,
Matsumoto.
I was also going to bring that up because I was
52.
actually going to do a curveball. I was throwing a curveball because I knew you would bring that up. So I was like, okay, if he's going to bring that up, I might as well bring this one up. But for video game side of things, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out around this time. And boy, what an experience that I wish I could relive again. I'm just saying, man. So, oh, hell, Donnie, I'm banning you right now. Here, let me take away your modding privileges for what the hell you just said there, buddy.
Oh.
Nah, but for real,
Nice.
bless that game and the great times with it overall. Once again, I wish I could relive those times again. Timax is
And
coming
Ty,
in with
thanks
the
for the
subscription
prime.
as well. Thank you so much, buddy. I absolutely appreciate it. Now let us get X on the Switch. Yes, indeed. And hopefully they actually refine it too, because it was a little bit buggy on the Wii U, and I mean that's kind of what the Wii U is known for. So
Yeah.
here's hoping, fingers crossed. I mean, we got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and the second one, there's a chance X could come in, and the Xenoblade Warriors, I hope. But aside from that, though, here in the call, like, did you guys do anything for Black Friday or Cyber Monday?
Nope.
Nope.
I went to Target today in fucking Flatbush for no reason, just to kill 1 hour before
And there was
work.
nothing of
Well,
value?
before. Well, actually, yes. I found a Pokeball black tumbler, drink tumbler for like
A
$9.
what now?
A drink, like a hot drink tumbler. Like you would it has the flap on it that you can close and open and shit, and you could take a sip of like the hot drinks and shit.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, those. Okay.
Yeah, it was on. It was on sale and clearance for like $9. So my boss bought it for me because me and my boss had to wait like an hour before we had to go to our next job. I was out like 3 jobs today since
Jeez,
like fucking
man.
8 o'clock this morning. Well, yeah, shit happens. That's what
How was
Exactly.
happens.
your
Yeah.
trip in
Yeah. Yeah.
Brooklyn, by the way?
Wet.
Yeah, of course. It was a
It was
very wet
freaking.
day.
It was.
Very,
It was
very,
like
very
coming
quick.
down. It was coming down in sheets. Freaking wind was crazy. People not knowing how to drive, but that's how Brooklyn always
Hey, man,
is.
that's how. This is why I ain't getting myself a driver's license. I'm one of them. The
Hmm.
moment you give me a wheel, I ain't gonna fucking focus, man. I swear to God, I don't have the attention span
Mm.
needed to drive a vehicle. And you guys can know that
Mm.
already from what we've already done together beforehand.
Yep.
Or actually, I know TS says you heard the stories, but Richie and the others sort of lived it during DC in particular.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. I mean, that was
I know,
tough.
man. I'm basically the Zorro of this group, if that's the perfect way to describe it from One Piece.
Ooh, shit.
That's. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
good way of
there
putting
you
it.
go. See, listen, man, I can jab on myself every now and then. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
No, yeah, of
Of
course you
course,
have
man.
to.
It ain't doesn't feel right if you don't jab at yourself every now and then, right? Now then, let me close
Yeah.
Yeah.
this because
True.
I don't need this open here. There we go. This is why I'm waiting until the spring to get a PS5, with hoping Resident Evil Village dropping in April. That, according to Capcom, we will get. Uh, well, here's hoping, man. Listen, man, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, is there really a reason to own it now, per se?
No.
A lot
No,
of the
no, of course
games
not.
that are there are also on the PS4, and really the only one that's.
Also, not only that, but the common launch
Yeah,
issues.
and then I was gonna say the
Yep.
real big launch for PS5 was a remake, which, by the way, I have seen very little people talk about. In fact, more people are talking about Miles Morales than they are actually talking about Demon Souls. And that's not to say Demon Souls is bad per se. I'm just not seeing anybody talk about it besides just criticizing the monster designs. That's it. I haven't seen a single spark of positivity in my timeline.
I haven't seen shit.
Blame the
So
people that have like fucking 37 PS5s and they're fucking
I
stupid.
did hear that somebody actually scalped, what was it, 100 something PlayStation 5s, and then apparently somebody managed to find their location and rob all of them, which is absolutely
Good.
nuts.
good.
I mean, listen, I'm not listen,
Be
you
the
can't
Robin
make
Hood.
me feel pity for something that you're doing. But at the same time, like,
No, no, no,
doing shit like that isn't cool. You're basically doing bad
no,
shit
no.
against another bad shit. So,
No, you can
yeah,
go fund
exactly.
yourself.
So,
Well, I mean, mostly must be drug money if you have like $70,000 just fucking
this
sitting
is just
around burning a hole
scalpers
in your
being
pocket, right?
scalpers, man. I'm pretty shocked by
Yeah.
this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember how many PlayStations he had in particular. I could probably get the definitive article here so we can get the count. Hold on, let me see.
There's actually let's see, Savion, um if there's actually a video from like 2007 where this woman just rolled up to a random AT&T store with $100,000 in cash and tried to buy like all of the iPhone 2Gs that the store had, and then they said limit one, she got owned. There's a video online, YouTube video for that.
Yeah, and in fact, it's getting crazy now reading these articles because it's saying that like a scalper company has managed to secure 3,500 of the PlayStation 5 consoles. They have more in stock than a store brand would have, really, which is
Hmm.
absolutely nuts. But yeah, one of the scalpers in particular, he he stole a couple of. Oh, here we go. I can actually get the article right here. Firstly, we should note that this news is not confirmed, therefore you should take it with a grain of salt. It was already confirmed, update. It says here, however, the scalper somehow managed to obtain around 50 of the PlayStation 5 consoles, both in the digital and disc versions, and was rather brazenly on their social media account, making people aware that they were available to buy at a huge markup price. However, it seems that one person took particular note of this, and one of the three theories as to what happened can be made. So they, from what I'm told, doxed the scalper, got the information as to where this man lives, and turns out that this man lived only 30 minutes away from where he lived. So putting two and two together, he used his GPS app and he went and drive straight to his house and pretty much robbed the house from the PlayStation 5s. It's just like that. Like, what a big coincidence, you know. But man, it's like, listen, man, I don't ever approve of scalping. I don't approve of robbing either, but I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this.
I approve of robbing determined on the situation.
Shut up, Tyrone.
Hey, Tyrone.
What's the situation? Wait, no, what's the situation?
Scalper who scalp.
You got a random guy who's a jackass in New Jersey.
Oh,
Exactly.
No, I don't approve of random.
Yeah, exactly.
There's gotta be a reason.
No,
like
this dude
somebody's
scalped
out-
over like 50
like
plus
some-
PlayStation 5s.
Yeah, like some kids like only eating bread and is like on the streets, and then I gotta steal food for him like Aladdin.
I just
did.
want to say scalping should be illegal. I don't know how it hasn't at this point. It kind of bums me out that it's not illegal. He should.
Or better yet, an actual verification system.
Donnie, I was referring to the fucking housewife shit, Jersey crap, you know.
Like I said, better yet, a better verification system so this sort of thing doesn't actually happen. But you know, companies don't care.
Well, the biggest problem is script kiddies be script kiddies.
Now, the other issue too is, you know, technology has advanced so far that people are able to make coding to where they could purchase hundreds of consoles literally within the matter of nanoseconds. From
The same shit with concert tickets,
yeah,
by the
and
way.
you know, this also applied back then a couple of months ago to the what was it, the 3070 or the 3080?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
RTX.
and those shit were gone within seconds, man. Not even minutes, no, seconds. Because scalpers used the bot technology to acquire all of them. And sadly, the companies themselves didn't do anything to prevent any sort of situation like this to occur. And they just sort of let it fly by because at the end of the day, guess what? They're the ones making money, so they don't care where it goes. They already got their money. Why the hell do they care?
Yeah.
It be what it is.
I started seeing some PS5s at like $900, and I already knew what the fuck.
Man,
happened.
listen, we evolved so far. First, it used to be $599 US. Now it's $999 US. God.
Well, I already knew these were. I was like, oh, these must be stolen, man.
Yep.
That's the only logical
The only
way.
logical way. Why'd you see these things reach almost 10K, 1K in terms of cost?
I mean, the sad part is, like you said, the further we advance in time and try to prevent stealing, obviously stealing adapts. It finds a way.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Adaptability, baby.
Yeah.
Mhm.
we can't do what you know about
All
it.
right.
So, well,
Okay.
it wasn't my PS5, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's why
dude.
we. And that, kids, is why we wait.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Except for the
Okay,
Switch. The
so-
Switch is better. Now TSS, I'll pass that on to you.
Okay. So, anybody out there familiar with the streaming service Pluto TV?
I've heard the name.
No.
I just don't know what it is.
Yes. So, well, you can get like hundreds of channels for free streaming, right?
Mm.
So, hi Nessa. So
Hey, Nessa.
here's the deal. They dropped a huge bombshell today, especially for game show fans like myself.
They also gave us some news. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go.
They have announced that they will have a 24-hour Price is Right channel with Bob Barker reruns from the 80s. Now, this is huge because Bob Barker's Price is Right has not aired
Like reruns?
in reruns of the old episodes since April of 2000 on Game Show Network.
You mean to tell me we are about to acquire some, what do they call it? Vintage.
Vintage
Yeah.
Price is Right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Ah, shit, we're about to preserve history, guys.
Damn,
Yeah.
20 years.
And yeah, it's been 20 years since these episodes or episodes in this era last aired on television. And it's dropping tomorrow.
Oh, shit. What?
It's dropping right now.
Yeah, literally in 2
Like,
hours
I
right
would-
now.
I
Then.
would- maybe if it's in 2 hours, I'm just gonna be like binging that shit for like 4 hours.
And before they
tonight.
start with episode 1.
Now, They're not
Oh.
because um, there's a Vulture article. There's an article by I think it was by Venture. Yeah, Vulture.com, saying that it's from the 80s. Now, they have a 30-second commercial spot up on YouTube. I think I posted on Facebook, but I know I'll post it on. You could find it. It's just type in Pluto TV Price is Right. They were showing. They were talking about Plinko and the quality and also the turntable walls. That pretty much hints to me that they're probably going to start with season 11, which is in 1982. Plinko debuted in January 3rd, 1983. Now, the turntable walls changed mid-season, but they had the walls before then. The other telltale sign is the reason why I think they're going to be starting with season 11 is because that's the season when Price is Right stopped offering fur. And Bob Barker has had a soft fur ban for the old episodes to run. Now, this is now, like I said, this is huge because GSN neglected a lot of this season on their reruns. They've only aired basically the early stuff from 72 to 75, and then again from 77, early 78, and then late 79 until about early 81, or about maybe late 82, but never 83, 84. So that's going to be, what else is going to be interesting is I wonder if they're going to have Roddy era Price is Right from 86 onwards, maybe later down the road. Also, the other reason why is I want to hear Roddy crack into a fucking billion notes when introducing Bob in fucking 1989, 1990, and 1991. But that's just me. I want it for the comedic factor. But I'm pretty sure we're going to start probably with 1982 and 1983 episodes. So I'm really excited.
The fact that we're getting history, something that couldn't really be preserved or fully preserved, now somewhat,
Well, to be reran, because for years the reason that we've never gotten Bob Barker reruns after 2000 was because they would have to pay Fremantle and CBS for the licensing rights, because CBS still owns it, because Drew Carey still owns it, the show is still going on, and that's why we never had reruns of the Barker era past 2000, because the contract was never negotiated back. Now, to have this happen is a huge development. We had earlier developments like last year and this year, where we had on Buzzer, we had Classic Concentration with Alex Trebek come back after not being on the air for 26 years. And then you had earlier this year where Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour hasn't been reran since 1984. So this era right now is prime for classic 70s and 80s game shows, and also early 90s, because now, and also Supermarket Sweep, that has also re-aired for the first time in 25 years, these episodes, from the early 90s and mid 90s. So we are in an era right now where game shows are popular.
Yeah, especially given that everybody's indoors now.
Yeah. And people want to watch the old shows. That's what it is. I mean, it's a moneymaker. So to have Pluto come out and say, we have Bob Barker Price is Right 24 hours a day, that is a game show fanatic's wet dream. Just to have all of these episodes. Now, I don't know what, I'm hoping they'll have the episode number in the title or whatever. But then again, though, I'm pretty sure the people over at, there's a website called thegoldenroad.net that freaking eat, breathes, and sleeps this shit. So they'll probably be they'll have all the games, and they'll do the investigation, and they'll see exactly when these episodes aired. But this is some really good shit, and I can't wait for what episodes we're going to be getting. And we're going to find out tomorrow, or maybe a few hours from now. It's exciting. So download Pluto TV now. Also, there's tons of other shit like Nickelodeon, and there's there's a dedicated Doug channel and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? it's a smorgasbord of like classic TV. And yeah, the dub, yeah, it also has like Yu-Gi-Oh! On demand dub shit. So yeah, that's the thing, and yeah, it's a Viacom thing.
Pluto TV,
So
honestly,
and
is
also
doing some smart things.
CBS and Viacom are together. Yeah, so Pluto TV has some serious shit going on, and that's in the hottest IPTV service right now.
Wow. Did not notice, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Now you know, Pluto TV. Go and get it. The app is available on iOS, Android, and smart TVs, and
How
also
much
on the
is it
website
monthly, though?
Pluto.tv.
Hmm.
0.
There-
It's Neptune. It's Neptune tablet, right?
Oh shit! The silence after that one was amazing.
No. I can hear the keyboard noises.
That was, he's like, what?
Begins to
What?
download on fucking.
Like that.
Oh my goodness.
But
Well-
yeah, that's one of the major news. And like I said, I literally found this out like half an hour ago.
Damn.
Ooh.
like half an hour before we started.
See, you can always count on fucking T.
And they have Naruto subbed on there. Again.
Who joined me in that one?
That was me. That was me. Believe it. Believe
Wheel
it.
of Fortune. Well, Wheel of Fortune is owned by Sony, so I don't think so. Anything that's owned by Viacom or CBS, sure. But there's a lot. But even Buzzer's on Pluto TV. So even if you don't, yeah, Buzzer, the game show
I like
channel.
the way
by-
Richie
yeah,
said buzzer. Buzzer.
by, yeah, by Fremantle.
Mm.
Buzzer.
Yeah, so check it out. I can't wait. It's gonna be my new favorite channel on streaming television.
See, ladies and gents, we here at the PokePod make sure we give you guys content and locating content that is free. That means you don't have to spend a single dime.
Hold up. Is Pluto? Can you get Pluto TV on your phone?
Yes. Download the app on the iOS.
In the distance.
Nailed it.
Breaks touchscreen with finger.
All for Pluto. Yes, Evo, we've been bringing that shit up for like the past 2 minutes, and
Oh my god, I work from home too, so shit. Oh shit.
you're telling me
basically
I
you
get
get,
to
like-
watch The Price is Right at work for free?
Yes.
Hell yes, I'm totally down for this shit.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get our commercials on there. So they'll
Well,
probably
yeah,
yell-
of course. They have to
Yeah,
make
that's-
advertising. But that's
Yeah.
fine.
Mhm.
I could live with that. I could live with commercials.
I mean,
it's
you
regular
guys right
TV.
now on Twitch are
Regular
probably
TV.
getting yourself hit with commercials left and right for all we know.
Yeah, I was like regular or YouTube too.
Thank you,
Thank
Lightning,
you
for
for the
those.
host, buddy.
Thank you
Thank
for the host,
you.
Lightning.
No, yeah, same as YouTube. Like that was like
Yeah, well,
commercials.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, this is huge. Like I said, you check out how many channels they have, and they even have channels for one specific show.
But that is rare,
Like,
though.
oh,
In my mind,
Yeah.
anyway. I never heard of something like this.
I was going, yeah, and then speaking of ads,
Nah,
there we
shit,
go. We got
man.
ads.
Come on.
Oh my god.
There.
Come on. Come
God.
on.
I did a Google search, and then the first question on here says, "Is Pluto TV actually free?" That was the first. That was the first question that came
Let me
on
see.
Pluto.
Pluto
on Google.
TV.
Is
It's
TSS actually lying?
Yeah,
to
I
me?
wrote it. Pluto TV. Is it free? And then in the bottom it says, is it really free?
Yeah.
This one just has a link to our PokePod.
Hey, listen, Pluto TV, if you'd love, we'd love to go and sponsor you on a week-by-week basis, man. What is Pluto TV and why is it on my phone?
the farthest planet from the sun, the quickest entertainment to your heart.
It's fine. It's good.
Y'all can have that slogan if you fucking let us sponsor you.
We'll see
The
what
farthest planet from the sun, the closest way to your heart.
happens.
So, is there
All
anything
right.
else aside from that you assist in mind?
Yeah, I just found it literally when I put it in game Google Play Store. It's right here. It's like right
The
fuck here. It's right
PokePod
now.
show with the PokePod crew only
Yeah.
on Pluto TV. Hey, that
Yeah, I was gonna say Pokepod's only gonna be caught on Pluto
yeah,
TV.
we're
now.
we're migrating by the end of this session,
from a
ladies and gentlemen.
well, I
Right.
mean, for how many PokePod episodes we've done in total, including the ones that we've done in the past, like with the PokePod R, we can actually run probably like a month's worth of programming.
That's kind of crazy to think about that we have months worth of content to give for everyone.
Absolutely.
And they're all still
'Cause we
preserved,
average-
by the way. I still have the files.
Yeah.
I just have no idea
Well,
how
what
the
about
hell
the
I'm
ones-
planning to
what-
upload them.
What about the ones from like 2015?
No,
guess we
those
don't
I
have
do not
those.
have.
yeah.
I have the
2016.
R stories, so.
Unless we find some vintage Pokepod fan that's like, I got something to tell y'all. Oh, I've been watching y'all since the beginning, and I got good news. And I'm like,
Oh,
classic Pokepod episode.
only on Pluto TV.
Only on, of course. It's like the guy who runs Pluto TV.
Yeah, he's the one that got him.
We're-
He acquired them just because he knew this moment was coming.
Yeah, he was waiting for this moment
He
right
paid
here.
off Google to get it decrypted off the servers. That's
Yeah. I guess I'll say the brief mobile phone news because we got two mobile game
Three,
news because
actually.
news. Three.
Well, we'll bring those
Well,
first two up first.
mostly about Pokemon. Yeah, these two are about the two Pokemon games. So for Pokemon Go, they're starting Gen 6 and they're starting Gen 6 off
course
with
they would.
Esper. So
Oh yeah, it was today on the raids actually.
yeah, you can get Esper out of all Pokemon. They decided Esper was the first one to kick off Gen 6. I'm not mad. I like Esper. I think it's cute. And they know the gender definitions. If you can, like, it's not back then when Pokemon Go gave you new Pokemon, they wouldn't be able to evolve yet until like the evolution was available. But now you can actually, like, it knows the difference. If you get a female one or a male one, it'll show the silhouette based on what it's gonna evolve into
Ooh,
at
interesting.
that point. So yeah, if you want an Esper or a Meowstic, you can get Esper right now in Pokemon Go. That's a thing. And also in Pokemon Masters, the fuck are you doing? She's here.
And she
we
brought
made
the
jokes.
British, English accent.
Oh, yeah.
British.
Yep,
Yeah.
she got the accent.
Yeah, she got the accent. And honestly, I have never been more proud to be I've never been more proud to be a Pokemon fan and a person who continuously made jokes of Gloria. This is the closest I think
But
I've
she's
been.
not Scottish, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
It
know,
was
I
a
know, but this is
soft
the
victory
closest.
for us.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I feel like I voiced her myself.
victory.
I feel like I voiced her myself, but this is the closest we got. I don't think they're gonna get as obnoxious as I did with her voice, but this is the PG version of what I wanted.
PG
So
version.
Yeah, I can take that. So yeah,
Yeah,
Pokemon
PG,
Master
all right.
Pokemon Go got some really good. They got some really fun stuff going on right now, and I like it. So, what's the third one? What's the third?
All right, so since we're
Bit of
talking about mobile games, it only feels appropriate to talk about the mobile games that are happening right now. Let's talk about some of the games I'm playing, why don't we? So let's
shit.
begin with Azure Lane, obviously, is going to be the first one we're going to be talking
Ooh.
about. Azure Lane, everybody's heard this game. It's about the ships and the waifus.
Yeah, we'll play along.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Now, in case you're not sure
Exactly.
of, there is a collaboration event actually happening within the world of Azure Lane. They're actually doing a collaboration with Dead or Alive, if you know that franchise. So they have some of the characters from that game present in this collaboration. To name a few, such as Neo Tengu, Monica, Misaki, Hanuka, Kasumi, to name a few. So if you guys are a big fan of those characters from the DOA series, good news, they're in Azure Lane as ships, so you can acquire them maybe through the format of gacha and have them be a part of your team. I will say so far, thanks to this event, Nia Tengu has become my favorite waifu from the OA now. So I'm just saying that. But the second thing that I want to bring up about this whole collaboration thing is that Dragalia Lost is also getting the collaboration frenzy
All
too.
right.
In case some might not know about this game, but they might know of the anime, Princess Connect Redive has finally made some form of a release outside of Japan for the first time. This is a very rare thing because the original release of Princess Connect Redive never ever released outside of Japan. It is still something that is Japan exclusive, and what makes it more interesting about it is that for fans in Japan, they consider it one of the best games out there in the mobile market. So it kind of bums me out that we don't have it available here in the West. I'm just saying. I hope they end up doing it soon. It is done by Games, who is the developer for Dragalia Lost, among other games that we have here in the West. You know, such as Grand Blue Fantasy, to name a few. So let's hope that maybe we'll get that someday. Maybe this is like their way of saying, okay, we're gonna introduce the Princess Connect Redive into Dragalia Lost. We're gonna see how fans react to it, see how fans react to the character, and maybe, just maybe, if there is enough demand for it, we will then try to bring over Princess Connect Redive to the West. So I'm very excited to give that game a shot if it ever drops here to the West. But I will say, so far, the collaboration that we got in Dragalia Lost has been a pretty cute one. It's nothing very mind blowing or anything. It's just a nice little cute event. So yeah, it's also good to know that there is a season 2 coming out for the anime. I highly recommend watching the anime if you want something comfy. I will say that right now. It is such a hilarious anime focusing a little bit on food. There was this one episode where I won't spoil who, but she goes nuts over the fact that she discovers that the food that's on the plate is actually bugs, just like fried bugs. And she gets so disgusted by it that she just does not want to put her hands on any of that food. But yet her other buddies that are in the table are all chowing down on the bug snacks, even knowing that they are indeed bugs. And one of the girls end up actually shoving a spoon of a bug in her mouth, and she makes like the cutest goddamn cry you will ever hear in the show. It is so perfect. I love this anime. It is ridiculous. It is goofy, and it is fun. And if you guys just need something like that every now and then, you know, to get a little bit away from the intensity of like most modern anime out there, you know, with action and drama and stuff like that, I'll give Princess Connect Redive a shot. You know, I know it has like a girly name to it, but it's actually a lot better than that. So, yeah, just thought I'd share my 2 cents on that particular thing. So, I did also want to go back a little bit on Masters as well. Gloria, yeah, she's in there. She also references a couple of characters from the world of Sword and Shield, like Hop, Marnie, and Bede. So maybe those are going to be some of the next characters that are expected to join the franchise for Master some point later down the road. Also, F in the chat for Mallow fans, by the way. I feel bad for them. She's in the game, but she's not actually a character you can obtain. And also, yeah, Brock did mention Jelly filled donuts in the recent event too.
Yeah, of course. He has to.
I wasn't expecting it, given that the game was already out for over a year. But hey, a little reference is still something I always appreciate. So yeah. Seriously, we need to support Mau Mau. Glitch text. All right. Well, that's all I got to say for the mobile market. It's still very fun to see. Mobile.
John.
Oh yeah.
John Game 94. That's actually not a rumor. His thing is actually in the database of the game, so he's definitely coming. Just probably not for a while.
I wonder what he's going to be with then. Is it going to be Reshiram or is it going to be Zekrom?
I feel like Reshiram just fits.
Yeah, because it's the ideals versus the truth, and N is known more for the ideals,
right.
I think, right?
Now, actually, some people
N needs Reshiram. N and Reshiram are always together.
Yeah. Now, some people are probably wondering, oh, why do you assume it's N or blah blah blah? Well, there is a Weeks account. And you'll love the name by this one. It's absolutely on Twitter, and yes, it's spelled with Absol. So basically, what he does is that he just leaks stuff from Masters. So whatever stuff is coming up, this man pretty much is on the dot. And according to him, on November 25th, he said that a day with N quest appeared in the database version 0.2.3.0. So it's in the database. It just has to be, actually implemented into the actual game, whatever that is. So he's coming. Just
Oh
we don't
boy, he
actually
coming.
have an
Oh,
arrival
Lord,
date yet.
Oh Lord, he coming.
We'll find out soon.
Well, technically, the official Masters account has said that they'll reveal the upcoming popular character on the 20th. So I imagine probably a week beforehand we'll get more information from the week's account, if I had to guess. But don't quote me on that.
And it's going to be our
So,
Christmas
that's
gift, guys.
Yep.
Also, the McRib returns on Wednesday.
Yay!
Never had one.
It's good.
I never did either.
Is it good?
You should. It is good.
Well, if they
Yeah,
have
it
it
is
in
good.
my
Trust me
McDonald's,
on
then
this.
I'll totally give it a shot.
McRib. I worked
yeah.
there. I worked there, so I developed
A distaste?
like a not even a distaste, an indifference to it. like I eat it, I'm just like, yep, that's something that's on the
Yep,
McDonald's.
that'd totally
menu.
be a McDonald's meal. Uh-oh.
Exactly. That's how I feel about it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It just exists. Like I said, I worked there so long it doesn't faze me as much when someone says that. I'm like, that's
Yeah, Evo, that's well, then again though, remember it comes out on Wednesday. So it's probably not on the app yet. I'm gonna see if it's on the DoorDash menu on Wednesday, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, there was like one more thing that I guess Tyrone didn't mention for Pokemon Go. I was like, apparently you can go past level 40 now.
Ah, shit. Yeah, that's right.
Although
But
there
I
is
don't-
a catch to it, though, because
Yeah, there's
God.
a catch.
Of course, there's a fucking catch.
Yeah, there's a catch. So if you want to go to level 41, one of the things you have to do is you have to power up a legendary Pokemon 20 times, win 30 raids.
Fuck you!
Oh, here's the best
Oh, it
one.
doesn't
Okay.
stop there.
Yeah,
Let
here comes the
Nessa
best part.
finish.
No. Listen, here's the best one. Catch 200 Pokemon in a single day.
No!
Yeah, I'm
And-
with Richie's reacting just the way I
Yeah.
would. So just keep going, Richie.
And then earn
Oh,
earn
what the
5
fuck
gold
is wrong
medals
with
is
these
nothing.
people?
But
Yep.
no, but 200 Pokemon in a single day, I'm like, how the hell are you gonna do it? Where barely any.
You're gonna
Pokemon
live in
pop up?
Tokyo and you go around.
Yeah. So I found out from Twitter actually, because someone actually was trying to go to level 41, and I saw that I was like, 2 out of the 3 requirements already killed me. I think the win 30 raids is already a pain in the ass.
Did these motherfuckers actually thought about this? Because did they think, we're in a... Well, because I think the company is US based, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I just have to make sure, because I know sometimes, it can be international.
I don't think so. Because I was
Okay.
like, I know my area, there's barely any gyms. And then literal when there is raids though, the only way I could do raid is I have one of the remote passes. But I already know it's like 30.
I feel like this sort of thing you have to do, considering where we're at right now, with everything that's going on. I don't know if this is exactly the right idea. I think if it was like during normal times, I get it and no problem. But we're talking about right now. We can, but it's just not very preferable, because at that point you might as well just stay the fuck home. Like it seems kind of worthless to me.
Oh yeah, and also I was like, where the hell are you gonna get 200 Pokeballs?
I mean, the
money.
Pokeballs aren't the problem.
I'll show you where you can get these 200 Pokeballs.
Just give me your credit card
Yeah,
information, the 3 numbers in the back of your card, date of birth,
Yeah.
social security shit.
mean,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. If you have money, you
let,
want
me,
to put
let
money.
me show you where you can get these 300 Pokeballs real fast.
Oh yeah, and then you're gonna have to buy the fucking bag upgrade for that
Oh
shit.
my
Mhm.
god.
Fuck
Yeah, because
that.
you only can.
Fuck that.
I've been exceeding it every time, and I'm just like trying to get rid of everything. But now I got I have 2 billion berries. Like,
yes, that's literally a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. What, were you just gonna not tell me
No,
about?
he
Blue
did
Tea?
tell you about it. He said Yu-Gi-Oh on the
I
map.
did tell you.
You did.
No. How long has this been existing in my life? And TSS was just like, I'm not gonna tell them.
I honestly didn't know about it either, because it's like I don't really verse myself with these free television stuff. But yeah, I could see why they're doing that. It's a competition, because Samsung has their own TV thing, Pluto TV has their own TV thing. What's the other one? 2B. That's another one. But yeah, I mean, you think about it this way, right? It's like you have the paid services, and then you have the free services. And it's like, well, you have these services like Pluto TV where it's like it's a complete IPTV setup. I think they also did it so that they can combat the piracy, because there's a lot of IPTV's piracy going on in the world, because there's like Chinese boxes and shit. So I guess that's their way to say, okay, we're gonna get into this game too and beat them at their own game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, still having the huge amount of choice of programming. That's just icing on the cake for me. They even have local like CBS network stations too, like CBSN networks, like from Los Angeles and Detroit and shit.
Mm.
So there's a lot of good stuff. So, anything CBS or Viacom, that's your thing. And also like Nickelodeon, like they have Nicktoons and God, imagine. Yeah, you're gonna be here for you're gonna have enough TV to last you through any pandemic.
Forever.
I require pandemic fuel.
That's just I just don't like that shit.
Yeah, I don't like it either. That's a lot to level up once.
Especially in circumstances that is quite unique.
Yeah, the Backstreet Boys really have been taking over the world lately.
Yeah, the Backstreet Boys having us stay home and shit, and then it goes just like, oh yeah, by the way, catch 200 Pokemon one day.
I'm
Bitch,
not even
what?
at level 40. I'm at level 34 right now. So
I've decided, and I've already made plans to try again in May to go back. So hopefully vaccine will come soon, and I'll be able to take it.
Technically, just to talk about it real quick, I know that they were talking about today, or I mean, probably from yesterday, but I know they were talking about today about how the first shipment of them actually is either in transit or they just got here, as far as like the first actual doses of them. So they're on the way.
They don't know. It actually is here in the U.S. because yesterday in the news they said it arrived in Chicago and O'Hare.
Yeah, so United Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's definitely here though. But I think if I understood correctly, like the first ship is going to go to all the ones that it's actually on the, like, basically their first responders.
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely.
In the hospital. They're the first ones in line, and then I think I heard afterwards it'd be seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should go first responders, seniors, and then the ones that are, seniors / the ones that are.
Meanwhile, the rich
and then immunocompromised. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the rich people going, I wonder what's taking us so long for them to get that vaccine we got. I'm kidding.
And
holy shit, that was evil.
And then the other requirement.
God damn, Tyrone.
The other thing they have to achieve, though, they have to try to get at least like 60-70% people vaccinated in order for this to work.
Yeah.
So even though we have the vaccine, though, the other challenge is just
getting people convincing people to actually do it.
To do it.
Actually, Marina in the chat. I'm not sure if anyone wants to first respond to that, but Marina brings up a kind of an interesting question, and he asks, "Have you guys thought about alternative opportunities to earn incomes besides Twitch and all? Ever thought about that?"
Yeah, it's called I do my. It's called my day job. It's called my day job.
Which is what I'm trying to do, but end of the year is kind of tough to do that.
9 to 5.
I'm in school.
Just to let people know, we don't do this as our main job. This is our side stuff.
If I had to do this as a main job, then I would feel like
it wouldn't be fun.
Defeated. I would feel defeated.
Yeah, we only do this once a week. You think we can actually do this stunt? No, once a week.
I want to do this.
No, I meant once a week, though.
I know. No, I'm saying I want to.
Oh no, I'm saying it would be fun.
I want to get paid to do the shit I love.
But that's still far off into the future if we even get a chance. I know a lot of very, very popular content creators on Twitch that are.
I mean, first we need a sponsor. Put it on TV.
Hey, Ray, Shadow Lunches, where you at?
Pluto TV, where you at?
Exactly, both of them.
I will show Bob Barker today, tomorrow, next month, next year, and for my life.
I want on TSS's Twitch to just be TSS watches fucking The Price is Right. It's just literally just him watching The Price
Yeah,
is
well, I
Right
mean that's why
the
the
whole
Amazon
time.
Watch Party exists. If they have the prices right there, he could do that.
No. I don't want TSS's like I don't want TSS to show up on the thing or us watch it while we listen to him. I literally want a camera on the back of his head showing him watching The Price is
Oh,
Right. And TSS can't turn around or else we'll see his face. But
no, yeah,
because I know TSS doesn't want his
we're
identity
gonna make
revealed.
things even better. We're gonna have it like it's a still image. You guys won't even tell.
Yeah. Bro, you can hear the like fucking sound effects in the back.
Pretty much.
Oh man, I need
Nah.
this shit, man. I can't wait to see how this is
But,
gonna turn out for tomorrow to watch some Pluto TV. I wasn't expecting to do that, man.
Oh, I got Yu-Gi-Oh on in the background right now.
Damn, man.
Well, I
Damn.
mean,
that was
yeah.
fast.
Meanwhile, I'm over here
It's in
playing my
silent.
like 4 gotcha games back to back. I have my Zero Lane on my computer,
Gotcha.
Genshin on the other tab, Dragalia on my phone, and then my 4th phone over here is Masters. So
Do you put all of your? You put them on different?
no,
phones?
I'm sorry, different devices.
Okay, I was gonna say, you should put all the apps on one, put them together, and call the file. Got it.
Got him. Nah, because listen, if I have them all in one phone, I'm unable to I'm only able to play just one game at a time.
One at a time. Well,
Yeah.
you could, yeah, and then, like I said, you could be like that one guy that I saw in the case headline going back to the fucking Naruto airport. He had fucking 4 iPhones stacked on his arm while he was on the fucking
Jesus.
train.
There was an old man. I remember, if I remember correctly, he had like a bike, and he would have all these fucking phones so that he.
By the way,
catch-
he has like 85 phones now.
yeah,
He's gonna be the one
did
to
that.
get the mission to 41. He probably did it right now.
Right.
China.
Yeah, people get devoted to this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
Yeah, it's called the love for the game, man. That's just how it is. You just gotta love something very much, and then hopefully you'll get something good out of it, and even become a sponsor for it. But why spend money on one gacha when you got 4? Yes, you are right, buddy. I agree with that 110%. Sadly, everybody else here in this call doesn't. So, can you help me try to persuade them, please, that spending money is
hell
okay?
no.
I mean, I play Puyo Puyo Quest, fucking Masters, and Cafe.
You want one more kg?
So.
Well, actually, speaking about mobile games, there is a rumor going around about a particular game, specifically Mega Man Battle Network, that is rumored to get a mobile game. And if that's the case,
really?
though, I mean, if they do like a gacha thing where it's like the battle chips you acquire are through gacha format,
I'm down.
I would
down. I get it.
fucking in a heartbeat do that shit.
I get it. I'm down.
You love
No,
those
it's
gacha
not
games.
the fact that it's a gacha game. No, it's the fact that it's Mega Man.
Mega Man. Yeah.
It's the GOAT himself. I mean,
Mega Man in NT Warriors has always been that. Out of all of the Mega Mans, I think that's the most marketable one, only because it has the battle chip thing going for it and the net navy thing, which is essentially your Tamagotchi / Pokemon /
oh my god, that would be so cool. Imagine if we could like through gacha formats acquire other NT Warriors in there as well. So you could get Mega Man, Proto Man, you could get Roll, Gutsman. Oh my god, if they can give me, if they could even
Then
slap in some Star Force cameos too, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Then I know you could start getting in some Star Force forms.
Oh my god, I would love to see that. But I still though it's pretty early. If they do something like this for Mega Man Battle Network, I would in a heartbeat buy that. Not buy that, but download that shit and then see if it's good or not. And then I start buying. But anything else for gaming? I know the other thing that everybody else is talking about was what was it? Doom Eternal finally coming to the Nintendo Switch. So everybody's excited about that. After so long, we finally got it.
Oh. And also Super Nintendo World in Osaka is going to be opening February.
Oh yeah, I didn't know one of our pals wanted to hop into that.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get him. If he's even in the chat right now. If he
N-
could,
the nut of media. Where the fuck
yeah,
are
Mr.
you?
Nutman.
Yeah.
Mr.
He said you want to come
Nutman.
in.
Mr.
Oh
Nutman.
Yeah.
shit, we lost him, boys. Hey
Uh-oh.
KG, what about the
I
recent
told you.
Game
What did you guys
Award?
do?
What about the recent Game Award? Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the Game Awards. Are we gonna do a reaction to that this week? Or not this
Sadly.
week?
When is
Actually,
it?
it is this week, isn't it? On
No,
the third?
No,
Oh, it's on the 10th. It's on a Thursday.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, next Thursday, dude.
What time?
Let me look it up.
Was it
Yeah.
9 p.m.?
I'll look it up.
I would say it's at a time that I'm
Aw,
unavailable.
why? You
Words.
playing video games?
I'll be at work probably.
At that hour?
It says that the Game Awards 2020 will be at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursday, and yes, that is Pacific.
Okay, so that's 7 to 10.
Okay, so the usual
Yep.
time that they've always done it.
Wait, 7
Yeah.
to 10 at night?
7 to 11. Wait, you said 4 hours? You said 4 to
4
what
to
time?
8 p.m.
So it's so it's 7 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m.
Oh
Eastern.
yeah, the Naughty Dog
Bingo.
controversy. First of all, fuck that the studio got the.
Oh, okay. You know what? I might not be at work. I'm supposed to be streaming, but I can cancel a stream for that.
Well, I mean, you could stream your
Okay.
reaction
Yeah, you
to
can-
it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, you could you
I mean,
could
he
do that.
could.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm normally with you
No,
guys.
but you
when
could.
I
Oh
do
well,
Come on,
okay.
Tyrone.
Whatever. Yeah, I know I'll be streaming it on my end because I've always done it mostly every year. I'd say.
Okay, so I guess we'll just do a multi-stream of
Yeah,
it.
because while I'm
There
gonna
you
be
go.
doing it on my end, I'm not gonna have your face reaction to it.
Well, no, I'm saying like we'll both be doing the same thing, and then everybody will just
Yeah, we'll do
join
like
us.
some kind of multi-stream thingy,
Mhm.
mabob.
What the fuck happened?
You left, and that's what happened.
Somebody's dropping.
Yeah.
Nutman is here.
Where?
No, he's not.
What?
He said,
That wasn't me
okay.
this time.
Wait a second.
We
No,
lost Nessa?
wait a minute. No, we did.
We lost Nessa. That's what happened. Now we
Yeah.
regained Nessa.
What the hell's happening?
I don't know. It keeps
No, he was here. He would. MediaNet was here 30 minutes ago, and he's not here now.
I mean, he's in the Antipoke server.
Oh, he's probably chilling with the others. That's why. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Though he missed.
Oh, I missed.
Well, what's the next one to talk about?
Well, we got like 6 minutes until we actually have to get into anime talk.
So,
actually-
what is the Naughty Dog controversy? Because maybe
Oh yeah,
that's something I
they.
missed.
I think they were either nominated or they won the award for best studio.
You know what? I think I've heard about that, where they won like a bunch of awards from like a certain award
Yeah,
show.
hold on. Let me see if I could find it real quick.
Actually, I think the zigzag, fucking English, the zigzag zoom lady was talking
Here we go.
about
The
it.
Golden Joysticks Award and the Studio of the
Yep,
Year
that's what it was.
Award
Yep.
goes to Naughty Dog. And the thing about it is, first of all, I will say this: the Naughty Dog game for The Last of Us 2, you know, while it is a controversial game, it is still considered to be one of the most riveting looking games out there for the zombie-esque genre. But the big issue is not necessarily the game itself, but rather the development behind the game. As you guys already know about the horror stories behind the overwork flow and people stressing out, so many delays.
Yeah, common video game workplace problems.
Yeah, but this shit was
unfortunately.
on a whole nother scale. And this shit
Yeah.
went above and beyond. And I feel bad for
All right, let's
the
see.
workers who worked on this game, man.
Okay. Mhm.
But yeah, so first of all, I don't approve of that studio winning. I'm just gonna say that right now. I think other studios definitely had a better right to win that one than Naughty Dog. Yes, they produced a great game, but really, at what cost, though? Let's be real here. So that's just my hot take on that, though.
I won, but at what cost?
Yeah. So that's all I gotta say on that part for the Naughty Dog thing. Also, Animal Crossing got an award, right? I don't know. I think it did. I'm not sure, to be quite honest.
I don't think it did in that gaming
For the
show.
best quarantine game.
Yeah, it won all
the
the
funny-
awards, guys.
Well, the funny thing is that and this is ironic. They are, as far as I can remember, nominated for Game of the Year and Family Game of the Year. And I say ironically because the only category that Crash was nominated for was for the family category. So that's already an L.
Oh yeah, that shit's losing, man. I'm sorry to say that.
No. Listen, I saw the list. I'm like, it's okay. And then as soon as I saw Animal Crossing, fuck, we lost.
Yeah, like Crash had a decent chance, and then Animal Crossing.
We can't win against the quarantine game. Fuck.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel bad for. I
And
feel
also,
bad for all the other games.
Animal Crossing, especially all the Animal Crossing merch I kept seeing at Artist Alley.
Yeah, listen, the hype for that game still lives on, man. It is
What scores are? Do you
like
do you
game
mean
OSTs,
the
I
music
assume.
scores? Hold on. Let me look at that real quick because I know we're coming into the anime review. So give me
All
a
right,
second.
man. Also, don't worry, take your
Because
time.
I know
guys,
there's
I'm just grabbing
interesting
pictures real
choices.
quick while we're.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, let's see. Narrative, no care. Okay, here it is. Best scoring music. All right, we got Doom Eternal.
Good.
We got Hades, and ironically, the Last of Us Part 2, Ori in the Will of the Wisps,
Ooh.
and hold on, let me make sure I get the
Laser.
Roman numerals right. It's 7. Okay, and we got the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Wait a minute. What? It took you like 5 seconds to do the Final Fantasy VII remake when it was the only.
I had to make
remake?
sure I get the Roman numeral right.
Oh, it was written in the Roman numeral instead of saying 7 on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, I can understand. The thing
Yeah.
is though, kids people these days they don't like freaking like bowl study the freaking Roman numerals, was kind of sad.
Don't worry, I call it Final.
Yeah, I need to get
I only
I need to
call
get
it
my
Final
shit
Fantasy
Final
VII. So.
Fantasy VII, right.
Yeah, I need to get my shit together. But no, yeah, in a nutshell, we got Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2 for best scoring music.
Okay. I just because I love Final Fantasy VII, I'd probably give it to that.
I mean, yeah, I also voted for.
I mean,
Final
to be
Fantasy.
fair, guys, it's fucking the Sephiroth song. How could you not vote for that song? And alone, that song should already be in the hearts of millions out there. Sephiroth, you know. All right, so I finally got my hands on all the pictures needed for us to get into the review now for tonight. Thank you guys for all the chit-chatting on the first hour. It helped make things a little move smoothly because I realized when we were doing the Among Us playthrough earlier with the group, I was like, wait a minute, when the hell am I ever going to get a chance to get the images for tonight's review? Oops on my end, so I apologize on that part. But everything is all good now, though. I have everything with me. And I'm set to go. But just before we get into it, though, any final thoughts? Before we jump to the main topic for the night, because I'm not sure we're gonna actually get far for an hour for this review. Well, I always say that, and then we somehow jump into 2 hours, so I probably bit myself in the ass on that part. But just to make sure, anything else you guys want to bring up?
I bit myself on the ass. I just want to clarify that's what you said.
Well, I mean, Kitsune can bite itself in the ass whenever it wants.
Fox can do what Fox can do.
Damn it, I bit myself in the ass.
All right, let's see.
I don't think we have anything else to add. We can just get straight into it.
Okay, so let's just make.
We'll see about talking about the Super Nintendo World next week if Media Nut wants.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll save it for that time.
Because that in that case that would require like 20+ minutes, so I'd say that would be more appropriate.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get more information by that point as well. You never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sorry for that 1 hour you missed, short story, Luke. We just had mainly video game talk. We're getting into the main anime review for tonight, though, for PM 2019. So. Let me just go and acquire the footage and get that stuff set properly because I forgot to actually sync that in to the actual device here on OBS. All right, there we go. I got the images set now.
That's tough.
All right, but I'm good to go. You guys ready? Alrighty then. So, ladies and gents, let's get ourselves right into the review. here's the thing, though. You know, PM 2019, you really took your word back, didn't you, about this whole episodic thing? Because guess what? We literally start off the second year with an arc. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. What you are watching right now is an arc. This episode got an arc rather than last week's episode.
I just want to let everybody know the fucking food eating competition has more story than the Mewtwo return.
Yeah, we finally got arcs, ladies and gentlemen, and it actually fits properly. You know what makes it so hilarious? This shit worked. This episode worked with its stupid premise, and somehow I don't know why. It's just so good. I'm gonna say this right now. This is my favorite episode of Journey so far. My favorite episode.
Oh damn.
Fine. I would actually agree with that.
I know there are great battle episodes and all that shit, but in terms of giving me a hearty laugh, man, this episode had me dying left and right. This episode, with its timing, its jokes, and the premise in itself, and even making me manage to actually like Greedent, that stupid freaking squirrel that I despise so much, and made me appreciate that Pokemon. Like, that in itself should speak volumes for what they pulled off here with this episode. I've never...
You know what Dragonite looks like?
What?
Dragonite looks like, you know, the mom in the photo that holds up her son and is just like, that's my son right there. That's my son, man.
No, it's like it's
Proud mother.
It's like fucking Mufasa.
Long live the king.
Now, I just want, once again, want to state that this episode, I genuinely had a lot of laughs with it. It was, I think the story was paced very nicely. I loved the characters. Team Rocket, by the way, wasn't even Team Rocket in this episode. Did you notice that? They didn't reveal themselves as...
Yeah, they never revealed themselves.
They had a little bit of... Well, yeah, they never got revealed as Team Rocket, but they did Team Rocket.
No, in fact, they were the ones responsible for rigging this whole tournament. In fact, you know what's so hilarious?
Yeah, they were.
This tournament announces shit on the fly, because there are segments in this episode when Go is like, hey, Scolvit, use a bullet seed to launch out the seeds out of your mouth, and then the people and the contestants are like, wait a minute, that shit, you can do that in the game? And then the announcer's like, yes, let me just take a look here. Yes, you can actually do that shit. So everybody who has that said move can do it. And then one of the contestants is like, fuck, I forgot to teach my Pokemon Bullet Seed.
I didn't teach that. That's a real life situation.
I think Go probably read the rules or something, because he seemed like he had some tricks up his sleeves.
All right, short story, Luke. Thanks for hopping in, buddy. Appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into the review. Overall, like I stated already, man, I had a hard laugh with this episode, especially when we get to that scene. That one scene, man. Go was, I swear to God, Go in this episode, he read the rules and all that shit, as Nessa pointed out, but I think it's just so hilarious that everybody else was just like, is all of that legal? You know? And everybody seemed to be cool with it. I'm like, okay, you know what? This whole tournament was rigged since the very beginning, so what the fuck now at this point? Go do whatever the hell you want. So it went from seed spitting to choosing the food, and then even, what was it? The evolution.
Well, because in most eating competitions, seeds, bones, and other non-edible parts of food are usually counted out anyway. So that's legit. You wouldn't eat the bone to a chicken. You wouldn't eat the peeling of an orange, right? So same logic. There's some Pokemon that just don't give a fuck and eat the whole damn thing.
So I want to take this time and actually mention the reference, the whole premise of this episode and what it references. Now, it obviously references eating contests, but also there are YouTube videos called Ogui, or like big eating, like freaking people stuffing. Think of it like a mukbang, right? Where people will just eat like large, copious amounts of food on video for, ASMR purposes or whatever the fuck. But what it actually references is a show that airs after Pokemon which is called Dekomori Hunter, which is extremely large portion hunter. It's basically a person who finds like food challenges from different restaurants and things.
Oh.
And now KG watched an episode where they had this giant like 2.5 kilogram burger.
while while the
was
Godzilla
just
theme was
about-
playing in the back.
The Godzilla was playing, but basically it's like a variety show that they have people commentate over, and they show off the restaurant. They have like a special thing. It's like either a humongous burger or next week is going to be like a giant yakisoba. And this person's gonna eat it all in one in a specific amount of time, usually like 1 hour. So it just shows off like people, the person just taking the food challenges of various restaurants. And this was kind of like regards to that, considering that it comes after Pokemon, so they probably wanted an episode. It's like, hey, look, you have Pokemon eating large amounts of food. Well, let's watch the next program that's the same subject. So that's what it's referencing. I think that they did a great job, and the writing here on point, definitely on point.
Agreed, 100%. And you're like, I will just say this right now. You didn't need to watch the cooking episode, the one that you mentioned earlier before about the hamburger, but just to get because I think the best thing about this episode is that yes, there are some little nods here and there, but it's not something that will affect the episode as a whole. Like, anybody can watch this episode and I think still pleasantly enjoy it. But if you just want a little extra just to add to that, you can watch one of those programs and then
Dekomori Hunter. Yeah, Dekomori Hunter.
It'll just make things a little bit more entertaining for you. At least that's the vibe I got from that. But who wants to go next to talk about the episode then? Tyrone, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm gonna say it like KG said it. This is one of my favorite episodes in the show.
I didn't expect you to say that though.
I love this episode. Yeah, this episode was fucking great. I had fun the whole way. There's only a couple of jarring things I saw, and it's the minute the episode starts, the competition begins, and then they got to recap how they got there, and I'm like, was this out of order? Did they have to show us this? Like, I don't feel like we needed this. Like, I have no idea. Like, I feel like we didn't need to hop straight into that part. I feel like we could have just got straight to the eating competition and it would have been fine. I don't think we needed context. Like, at this point, I take their word for it. They're at an eating contest in Vermilion City. That's all the narrator really needed to say. Because I like that they jumped straight into it. And then they went, this all started this morning. I'm like, no. Fuck.
To be fair, there was no off-screen land bowl with this episode, though.
I know, but they didn't need to tell us. Like, we knew. We're smart. We're not stupid. And they went to a food eating contest. But yeah, I liked it, bro. I loved the jokes. I love that I think her name's Christy. Is it Christy in English?
Krista, was it? No.
Krista. The blue-haired researcher. Yeah, Krista. I like that she's like super into it. I kind of wish they would do that with the other scientists too. Like, there's something he's really passionate about too. I like that. Like, Chris, this is Chris's secret passion right here. It actually kind of makes you wonder, like, if she could study in Pokemon food or something. But yeah, I like that. I already did kind of like go Squov it anyway. Just it had like a weird little charm about it ever since it hoarded all that food in that one episode. So it's good to see that it actually got more screen time. Like, use Go's Pokemon like this. This is how you use Go's random ass Pokemon that he caught. This is how you do it. Have him use Pokemon that he caught from like older shit or from like random shit. You have a race, have him use a ride Pokemon. You have a cooking contest, have him use Squavit. You have him do like you have him do like some boating contest or something, or a swimming contest. Use Dugong or something. Use his other Pokemon. So I thought that was really good. Team Rocket doing the usual Team Rocket stuff. Yeah, I guess they had to cheat or something. It's fine. Not too many Pokemon got affected. Just like some sideline ones that would have made the episode longer. And then obviously the Blaziken joke that in and of itself got me. That solidified this like
the build up to that joke though was so good.
Because we've had a lot of like Pokemon meta jokes. Well, I think I remember Shaman. Didn't Shaman go through a joke in Sun and Moon where it like looked and saw a bunch of dolls of itself?
Yeah, and it was horrified by that.
No, it's Corsola. No, it was Corsola. No, it was Corsola.
Oh, it was Corsola. Yeah, I thought
it was
another Pokemon in Sun and Moon that saw like plushies of
yeah,
itself.
Shaman was one of them. No.
Okay, so I was right on both accounts. So it was Shaman on one, and it was Corsola on the damn Corsola twigs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. It does bring the question: what does a Pokemon do when it sees itself? Some animals don't give a fuck. Like I know pigs eat pork. Yeah, there you go.
Damn.
So some
cannibals.
Yeah, cannibal. They don't give a shit. But
there was a Japanese artist on Twitter who actually recreated this scene. But by the way, those things are called manju. Those are things with like usually like red bean paste. Those are delicious, but I haven't had them in Japan. And you know, you usually get them at festivals, and sometimes the prefectures will have like special ones, like you know, you'll have them in like a special design, like you would see there.
Right.
But basically, there was a. I wish I had the fucking link to it, but it was like it showed all three of the Hoenn evolved starters. So you had Swampert, you had Blaziken.
Oh, you're talking
and
about.
And you had oh my goodness. And so you had them all three. And they had them just looking at their manju, right? So you have the Blaziken one not wanting to eat. You have the Jukain one looking, you know, sad. And then you had the Swampert one just eating it.
Just eating them, just not giving a fuck.
Not giving a fuck.
Oh, I shared it.
Yeah, you were the one that shared it. That's what I'm trying to remember if I could find that shit again.
Yeah, I found it because I liked it on my Twitter, so I'll put it right here.
Okay, very good. All right, so let's put that up for a second if we can.
Yeah,
hold up.
That's an image that we need to see because it's just
it is hilarious.
Okay.
I know, yeah, because I was like, yeah, no one responded, and I was like, okay, I guess everyone's sleeping.
I think I was at work by the time I saw it. It was so late in the day.
Yeah, I'll post a link to it as well as put the image up so people can see it for themselves.
Yeah, like
I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, this one because it reminded me of that scene.
You gotta congratulate the anime again. Even in 3D models, the anime always finds a way to make Pokemon look better. Greedent is an example of that because I like Greedent's design a lot more in the anime than in the game.
There you go.
I don't know.
I named him Conquer.
I don't know exactly what the difference is. Maybe it's the fact that you can just see Greedent in different angles and positions now versus the one generic pose that it has to take in the video games. But Greedent looks a lot better here than in his
yes, the game.
In his game counterpart, yeah.
Yeah, because in the game in the game the design is not good. Like
I mean, I think the problem in the game is that they just focus on the fact that, you know, fat squirrel. Or here they got him in. He's fat squirrel, but he's in different like positions and angles, and I think his body's just better proportioned.
Well, and also the way that what doesn't help is that the 3D model shading doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
So
they had to work on that.
Yeah.
I think they'll improve it eventually. It's just that we'll see what happens. Continue, Tyrone. You were gonna finish up.
Yeah, I liked this episode. I thought this episode knocked it out of the park. I had a really good time watching it. No downsides for me except for that one little jarring beginning thing. Morpeko was used really well. Like I think Zach made a tweet about it. He's like, "Oh, look at that. Team Rocket's dynamic works a lot better when they have a Pokemon that they actually have rather than some random gotcha machine. Almost like the gotcha machine should be obliterated."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they definitely used Morpeko really well because the plot with Team Rocket was that they fasted for like a couple of weeks.
I think it was like several days.
Yeah, so Morpeko was just pissed. Like Morpeko was just wanting to eat human souls at this point.
And he was in a cute little bag.
Yeah, they had to use the bag for, like, damage control.
I just love that they just
So it
got
wouldn't-
more Pekka for this. Like, it's not even one of their
Yeah.
Pokemon. It's like they just got this man out in the wild and just locked this man on a leash, if you want to call it that.
Right.
Trading like a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah, and then it just ends up eating everything. That was cool. I like that. And they use the TSS. They use the opening, but they use the opening in its They use
Karaoke. Call
and
it
the-
karaoke.
yeah, and
well,
they use more of
instrumental.
its lyrics. You got to hear more of its lyrics this time around.
Yeah. They used they cleverly used like they probably used I think the first verse, first chorus, and then probably the bridge, and then the final chorus.
Yeah,
is pretty
I
cool.
liked that. That was cool.
It threw me off because I realized as the song was playing, I'm like, it's happening during an eating contest. They're playing. It's like
And
the
I was-
hype song to finish
weirdly-
one last dish, you know?
Weirdly, I was still down for it. I was like, hey,
Listen, I was still down with it because they went with the joke. That's the thing. They rolled with that joke the whole way through. They didn't go pull themselves back. No, they went with it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about this
So,
episode is that it didn't pull any strings. It told you what it was going to do from beginning to end, and they just added upon the joke itself.
Now we have to tackle the I guess the controversy that comes with it because people are gonna complain.
I guess if you want to see if Nessa and
people are gonna complain.
Why would people complain about this episode?
No. Why didn't Ash use a Snorlax from back in the lab? That question.
Man, suck a dick, dog.
They're gonna ask it though. They're gonna ask it. You know that.
No. I'm gonna. It's not to interrupt you, but I just want to complain about that. How is it? People go back and forth with the whole idea of, oh, there should be continuity here. Oh no, wait, there shouldn't be. Like, make up your damn minds, people. You either want it or you don't.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously there was already a Snorlax on screen, so they probably
It's not. They didn't want to
They didn't
double
want
it
to
up.
show you. They didn't want to double
And also,
down.
why wasn't that
have-
Maze Blaziken, guys? Come on, man.
Yeah, but I like the idea. Also, I like that Blaziken was the champ only because I like the idea that a known for eating Pokemon was the thing that made it that far. It lost, but it even got congratulated when it lost by Krissa just by how elegantly it left.
Well, to be fair, Tyrone, remember, some of the world's best eaters are like Asian people that are like tiny and they just eat like forever.
Yeah, they don't have a stomach.
It's like
They have
a
a
big
bowl.
bulky person, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's true. They had a tactic too, how they would do it because they were like how to do. They do the eating
some would
contest.
chow down with some water, mix it up, all that jazz. There's so many combos you can go.
So they're literally just bottomless pits.
Yes.
I mean, I remember not to interrupt real quick again, but I remember, if you guys remember that one episode of Regular Show where they wanted to get Rigby that stupid fucking truck hat, and one of the ways that Mordecai did it for the contest over at the restaurant, what he did was basically the same thing. Put all that into the water, mix it up, and then drink it, so that way he can eat the food quicker.
Right.
So it's the same method here, I suppose.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But no, continue on.
But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Really like this episode. It was really fun. It was really nice. And it's a nice pace breaker from all the plot heavy battle stuff we've been having recently. But again, sad to say, I was more invested in this than I was in the 5 weeks of Pokemon journeys I've been watching, which is a little sad to say. I think just because it was consistent and it worked and he used the characters well. I like the fact that Dragonite's a light eater.
Like you see the big boy, he has a big belly, and then you find out he didn't even eat like a plate. he just had that shit still there with the fucking fruit, and he's like, "Nah, I'm done."
And I also like that James tricked one of the contestants into ordering a hot food for they tricked him into ordering hot food. And he did that on purpose so
they
that
get full.
Glalie can freeze it, and he'll get full eating more ice than he would anything else.
Oh my god, yeah, the Glalie joke was so good too, where he froze that fucking thing. My other favorite
was like-
bit
Yeah,
though was
that's tough.
when they ate the cookie and then they fucking bloated. And then Scovin was
Yeah.
there as well,
I
but for
was-
some reason it farted and it just came back to normal.
Yeah, fart. that
It kind
that
of
best fart of
me
2020.
I was gonna say it reminded me of like from back in AG with May with the Poke block where she used to give it to her Munchlax. That's like kind of what it made me
Yeah.
think about.
Yeah,
When
but,
it's
but
the
this
little
was an
cookies.
actual. No, but this was an actual.
It was a fart, a
Like,
burp,
this-
it was something. But the
No, it was a fart because it came out of his ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you do eating challenges? I did one before in the past. Nothing really too extravagant with
I
that.
can't-
I just went to eat a
I-
hot dog
I
and then I
didn't.
just left.
I
So,
can't.
I just wanted to get
I
a meal at
didn't.
that point.
oh my god.
But yeah, so
Mhm.
well, I guess we'll pass this to the other ones who haven't had a chance to say their impressions so far. So Nessa, let's pass this one on to you, buddy. What do you think about the episode?
I guess I'm in agreement with you guys. I actually enjoyed it a lot too. I actually did not expect to be this enjoyable, to be honest. So like, because I actually the first time I watched it, I didn't watch it with subtitles. I watched it raw because I remember that morning I was like, oh, I'm gonna be busy that day, or I had to work that day, so I already knew I was like, I'm not gonna be able to watch the sub. So I watched the raw, and it was pretty easy to follow because it wasn't too dialogue heavy. So it's like since there's a lot going on, so it was easy to catch on. But almost everyone already pointed out like about everything about my favorite scene was the Blaziken. I can tell you how I reacted to that scene because when that scene came on, I was like, wait, why Blaziken not eating? I didn't get it at first until when they focused onto the little Torchic chocolate. Or actually, as a manji, as you guys say, but I actually thought it was like chocolate marshmallows or something, and then it's just that, and his eyes got so big. I'm like, no, I can't eat my little.
I think what made it
babies."
better was that it showed in the eyes the Pokemon,
Yes, the little
the
baby
Manju.
Torchic.
It's like
Yeah,
sweating and
fuck
shit. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I did not expect that they're gonna do that to Blaziken, and I think I think it was probably intentional because, like you guys were saying, that
Sabotage.
T Rocket rigged the contest anyways, because they were like they
Yeah.
purposely put them I guess the Blaziken and the Snorlax, and they were both when they won in the past, both of them, so they're like, okay, try to eliminate the two big ones first,
Yeah.
and then it'll
Yeah.
make it it'll make the competition a lot easier.
Mm.
And then also that I actually noticed that there was a couple interesting designs. There was, I guess, a Lily lookalike in this episode,
Yeah.
like Lily, but also she kind of gave it a Princess Toadstool
Yeah,
vibe too.
and then there was the sailor too. I
and
think.
then
There's a Gloria.
the sailor too from Vermilion City, what you always see at Vermilion City, and also the gentleman, the Kaiser.
Yes,
There's a Gloria. There's a Gloria.
there's also a
lookalike,
leaf
too. She's wearing,
lookalike
like,
as
a-
well.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and also and I think the rocker guy too from the electric rocker,
Yeah.
one guy kind of reminded me of that. So it was kind of interesting that they kind of did
They kind of did like the NPCs, you know.
yeah, the NPCs, and then I was like they're mostly in Vermilion City. If you play the games, the NPCs like most of them.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, we got to discount
And
Lily,
then
as
even-
chat said.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Only thing. But yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I think you other than that though, you guys basically tackled for the most part. But that was my favorite, most favorite parts. And then when it comes to Team Rocket, I was kind of glad that, for one, they didn't reveal themselves. Like they probably couldn't. And two, like I kind of found it hilarious that they rigged the match the entire time because they're just trying to they just wanted to get that. I guess they just want to get that all trip to Unova, which is actually going to be continued to the next episode, which that was surprising too. I was not expecting that. But anyways, that's my thoughts for this episode.
Alrighty, Richie. Then let's pass this one on to you. What are your impressions on the episode?
You know, the irony of me saying BR back in the server chat was for this exact reason: cooking
Oh
fucking
shit!
food. I mean, I had to prepare for the episode review. I mean, come on. But no, in all seriousness, first of all, I really love the not to be the unoriginal, but I love the fact that we got the continuity here. I know it's not what most people would imagine, but there's a thing called, expectations, and you gotta, lower it down, because if you don't, let me point you to last week and how that went. Anyways, so the continuity that from this week's episode into next week's is a very nice connection, because it's not one that people were really expecting, because honestly, I thought the Univa or issue, if you want to call it that, I thought next week's episode was just going to be his own separate thing. So when they established the connection at the end of the episode about, oh yeah, or beginning, whenever the prize was revealed, I kind of forgot. But when they established the connection, I thought it was pretty cool, because it serves a nice tie-in, and it gives this episode more of a purpose. Because I'll be honest, when I first saw this episode being announced, I was like, okay, good. I mean, it's probably just gonna be a typical filler episode with like maybe a few character spotlights, maybe Dragonite and Gengar, for fuck's sakes. Well, this episode actually performed over, how do I say this? Over expectedly. I know it's not exactly English, or maybe it is, but it did overperform my expectations. And that's actually a good thing, because that meant that I kind of gave it like a little bit of a low expectation, because it wasn't really something I was expecting this episode to, perform quite well. Not saying it would be bad, but I just didn't think it would go up that high. And it's always nice to see Team Rocket, Team Rocket evolved, even if they're not, actually in their proper uniform. But if they're not in their proper uniform, then they're usually in their disguises, usually sabotaging stuff, which is what they did here. So I really like that. I really love the fact that, again, they established a nice connection with the continuity. I love the fact that most of the party, and by party I mean like Ash's party, was evolved one way or another, even if it was there for like a split second, which I believe that was for that one particular moment at the end of the episode where they gathered up for that, photo op, which was really nice. And redemption for fucking Farfetch, because that man was not in the OP, so they're like, fuck, we'll put him in the episode. Like, we'll put him right there for that moment. So the reason I don't really have much to say, and why I'm not talking too much of the details, is because these guys handled it well. So I didn't want to necessarily copy them. But what I did want to say was that the episode definitely outperformed my expectations for it, because I thought it was just gonna be your typical nice filler relax episode that from last week's debacle. But no, this episode did a fantastic job with the unexpected continuity line, with the nice interesting plot that was executed well for the typical, well, can you really call it filler anymore now that there's actually established
really,
continuity?
you can't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm being ignorant. Excuse me. So, but no, overall, this episode did a nice job. It's actually in my top 10, or I guess it could be top 5, depends on what happens. Of favorite episodes of Journeys, because of the way that they executed the plot. It wasn't the filler episode that everyone was expecting it to be. It was just very nicely done. And obviously, of course, I love the new little additions they added to the LP. It gave more clarity to both of the goals of the characters, and more love to Ash's team, the rest of Ash's team, besides Pikachu, Lucario, with the exception of Farfetch, but we already talked about that. So overall, they did a nice job. I'm very proud of this episode.
I just realized something too. Cinderace was barely in this
Who?
episode.
Who?
Cinderace.
I think Cinderace and Lucario were asleep at the beginning.
They were like, no,
yeah,
MIA.
they
They're
need to
sleeping.
be here, so they knew. I
And
think what I found hilarious,
They're napping for
actually,
next week's
Richie, thank you for
episode.
bringing this up about the Galarian Farfetch. You know what I found hilarious? The updated intro they did right now, right? With the segment where Ash and Go are having their dream stuff show off.
Well, yeah, this is the
Oh, Richie,
first
yeah,
Yeah,
episode.
I hate it, first of all.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Wow.
But the real thing I want to talk about is I found something very interesting about that segment. They forgot to put in Galarian Farfetch before the Photoshop happened. Notice how everybody else was animated in that sequence when they were being shoved in close to Ash and Go, like with Cinderace, with Sobble, Dragonite, like slowly shoving
Yeah.
Lucario to the side. Galarian Farfetch wasn't there. He was added at the photo shot at the end. He was nowhere near
Yeah.
that beginning part though.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
they
man,
did
that's a major
forget
fail.
him. They just added him at the photo
Yeah.
shot at the end.
Oh my god.
So they did forget his ass.
forgot he
They're
was
like,
No one
shit.
cared.
They forgot he
Yeah,
fucking
like, wait a minute.
existed.
Where's come on? And I'm like, fuck, we gotta add him somewhere. Okay, we'll add him in the photo shot. So don't worry, guys. I made sure to catch that for you guys in case you didn't see it yourselves. But yeah. Secondly, though, I think what else made it so hilarious to me, I love that Lucario is not this typical heroic, like stoic kind of character. I love that he's goofy. Because in this in the opening sequence you see there, like Lucario is like being gently pushed by Dragonite and he has like this confused face to it. And normally you would expect Lucario, because of how he's designed, to have more of a typical just generic anime kind of protagonist look to him, right? Like how Lucarios are normally are. But here the Lucario has this sense of personality going for it. They're not trying to keep it as the heroic thing. They're keeping it a little bit goofy, and I applaud them for that. And we're gonna be seeing more of it, judging from what we're getting into next week's episode, which I hope that continues on, because if that's what I'm basing it off from, just like the opening montage, I think we're gonna get a good Lucario within Ash's team. I'm genuinely excited for this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just something I just wanted to add.
At least it's not gonna be two Steelers. No, I had to watch that scene what you just mentioned.
Yeah,
I'm like,
notice how
Yeah.
like
They did.
Galarian Farfetch was nowhere there until after the photo shot, and he's smack in the middle.
That means that they're gonna be saving him until the time, and probably when they do like the DLC.
Yeah, they're probably
shit.
going to evolve him, and they're going to
Probably
just
that's-
evolve his evolved form is going to be the one animated in there or something like that. But another
Yeah,
thing as
maybe.
well, they updated it, so this really is the start of year 2.
Yes. Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
Yep,
so our,
that is,
our
yep.
ongoing trend
Also
about the year 2
exciting.
really
Like-
did come into reality with this one, man. So I'm happy with that.
Also,
Yep.
Oh, yeah, of
also,
course.
I'm also happy Gengar was at least someone acknowledged.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was like, I missed the little purple guy.
He's just busy pranking around in
Yep.
his area. So I'm just happy to
Yep.
see that,
I
like,
know.
right, Ash has these other Pokemon.
I loved his smile, so I was like, oh, my
But I did
Gengar.
notice something a little unusual, though, as well. There was an unbalance
Uh-oh.
in the team.
the
Because
force.
you saw Ash with his 5 Pokemon, but for Go's representation,
Like, where's Flygon, Heracross, and any
and
of
that's
his
what I'm
other
about to
Mons
bring
that
up right now. He's going to get a third signature Mon that's going to actually stick on his side, similar to Cinderace and Sobble. And I think that's going to be
Yeah.
Grookey.
I think so too.
Oh, that's bad
Oh,
news
no,
for
no,
Kevin.
no, that's great news for me. I mean, first of all, I hate the monkey. But
Hey,
secondly,
just
I love that the monkey will be
yeah.
with Go. So, I mean, that's just my assumption.
It makes more sense.
But to the very least, we're so late in. I think we need to just give him Thwacky already. Like, I guess before
Kevin's
No.
before we get before he catches it, it's a Grookey, but it evolves into Thwacky later, and it's like hard to manage
Oh, so he's like the primate.
because at this point, because at this point we're so
I'm just imagining the opening sequence, like you see Cinderace and Sobble hopping in nice and casually next to Go, and then
And just
Thwacky
beat the
comes in
shit
and
out
beats
of
the shit out of Go, and he's on the floor.
Like,
And then they take the camera shot right there. Everybody's just looking down.
we'll be right back.
Ugh.
Oh my god, I'm so glad TSS caught on with what I was about to say. I'm so excited for that. Like, see, okay, you know what? I suddenly like Thwacky now. Holy shit. All it just took was for Thwacky to be an asshole for me to like it. Who knew?
Right.
Oh my god.
So, okay. So my thoughts, since nobody's gonna prompt it for me. So
All right. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
this-
Apologize.
All right, go ahead,
Okay.
TSS. It's your,
yeah,
your
so I'm gonna have the floor anyway. So this once again proves, as in a lot of the episodes in PM 2019, don't judge a book by its cover.
I love
And
that
this
quote.
is one. And this is one of those episodes that definitely exemplifies that statement. Now, I will drop a 9-9 on this episode because I can never be. This is one of these episodes that I will gladly go back and watch it anytime, anywhere, and not having to think about pausing it. I would just watch it the whole way through. I feel that, yes, I think the backstory was needed just because they just want to show that they actually had Pokemon. I think that was just an excuse to actually go and just see that, hey, we have Pokemon. And to be fair, if we're starting a new year, then they have to show, okay, everybody's at the Sakuragi lab. You know, hey, you got all these Pokemon, and just that's kind of a refresher. So that was fine. The whole the whole eating contest thing, they couldn't have executed it better. Rockets once again just completely they are almost back at Sun and Moon levels, the way the kind of the mischiefness and the dynamics, they kind of harken back to that. The Blaziken guy and the Blaziken, the freaking gentleman guy, that's, great shit. The references to food like curry and freaking manju, great stuff. And those bloated cookies, amazing. The reactions from the crowd and the audience. Like I said, just having, Squubba versus Morpeko, that fight was amazing. That the battle was amazing. Having Morpeko just decide, oh, okay, final match, and like, okay, I'm full. That's it. Let's go. And then the Rockets get mad, and then freaking Morpeko just fucking electric shocks does the
and there's the Oro the electro wheel.
The electro wheels, just electro wheel yeeted the shit out of them and just fucking fly away. And that's like, yeah. And then, but I would say, the Blaziken one is the one a lot of people can talk about, but I also want to talk about like the Greedent evolution. I thought the way that they set it up was fantastic, because it was like Squubba was like, it needed a few more plates, and you could tell that it was like, getting like really fat, and it couldn't, trying to push all of its might to try to do that. And then you hear, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
They've been doing the kind of the insert song since AG. Actually, no, they've been doing it since Johto, realistically. Because if you go back to Johto, they used like Ready Go a lot in terms of like the song to kind of amp everybody up. Actually, I think they've been doing it from the beginning, because I remember that they played like MPM and freaking Rival and stuff. So I think it's an actual thing from the very beginning, because I thought about it for a while. It's like, oh yeah, they had the same kind of moments in the OS series as well. So, like I said, it's just classic Pokemon, where you just have the current opening just play out of. No, you're thinking of High Prov, that you're thinking of the instrumental version that was used a lot more, but they have used things like Ready Go and freaking Rival and MPM and the OS series for kind of the motivational music. Also Type Wild too. So this is like classic Pokemon. So you see the flash of light, it evolves in the grid, and it finishes up, and then it's like, I won, motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that was the great, and then when it jumps into freaking Go's arms. First of all, how the fuck can he hold on to him? How much does that guy weigh? How much does Greedent weigh?
How much does Greedent weigh? Let me find out.
Yeah, isn't he like a?
I think he's kind of heavy.
Is it like 100 pounds or some shit? That's 60 kilograms. It's 122. That's like 120 something pounds.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Well, he weighs. No, wait. He's not that heavy. He's 13.2 pounds.
13. What? Greedent? Greedent?
No, you're talking about the evolved form.
Greedent, yeah, 13.2 pounds. It's all fluff.
Oh, okay.
He's mostly just fluff.
Oh, damn,
okay.
6 kilograms.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like,
damn.
yeah, it's about 6 kilograms. Okay.
He does not look like all fluff to me.
I mean, he looks. I mean that. Yeah, that's the
And
fur and
stomach.
stuff. That's the stuff. But it's like, yeah, it's like 6. Yeah, so it's like 6 kilograms. just by judging by the size, I would think it's like 100 pounds.
It looks like it, yeah.
It looks like it's
Oh, yeah.
100 pounds. It's like, but yeah, I would say, like I said, like KG said, Greedent, just for this, the anime redeemed fucking Greedent. It deserves
Yeah.
more credit than it needs to, and I have a newfound respect. Now, once it comes out of the fucking tree in the fucking wild area,
Oh, then
That-
fuck
that-
it. Yeah.
yeah,
him.
fuck that. But Goes Greedent, I'm cool with.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice.
It's a really nice thing to do, and I like how they're now focusing on Pokemon that really haven't been, that they wouldn't think about focusing on.
Mhm.
I think breaking the status quo, is both a advantage and a disadvantage. But when they do find something that works, it hits it out of the park. So that's why I'm giving a 9.9. It does no episode in my book can get a perfect 10. But this is about as close to perfect as you can get.
Yeah.
This is one of the, like I said, the combination of the writing, the combination of the gags, the combination of using every character that you could in that specific moment correctly, and the rewatchability. This has easily the best rewatchability out of all of the episodes. Like I said, this is now on the number 1 spot. This now unseats the Bisquez episode. So this is deserving of the number 1 spot.
If they
And
write
then-
more episodes, I'm gonna say if they write more episodes like this, though, I wouldn't mind though the rest of the season.
Well, I think we all agree that we want more, more story arc based stuff, and I think we're going to be getting, and I think based off of what we're getting now, I think we're going to get more connected episodes that are outside of Galar. So I'm really hoping that they continue with this trend. Well, like I said, you go to any of the Pokemon anime series, and it usually takes a while for what the writers figure they want to do. So, unfortunately, though, there is a kind of a downside to this. The ratings have not improved. The ratings are still in the toilet. Let's just put it this way. Okay, the anime stuff for last week came out, including the fucking shit from Mewtwo. The lowest one is 2.7. Pokemon didn't even make 2.7, so it's still getting in the low 2s. So it's still not even making it. So we still do not have a rating. So it still has no rating.
Damn.
So even with the time slot change, and of course Sazai-san gets more now because now it freaking doesn't. Or sorry, Chibi Madoka-chan now gets more in a time slot because Pokemon's not there. But I think the whole thing is now with the time slot change and a new year, hopefully will make the episodes more watchable and just a joy to watch generally. If there are more episodes in this same echelon, this can redeem what has happened in year 1.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing about it? Also, I'm back, by the way. Let me just tell you my reasoning as to why I absolutely enjoyed this. And I think sometimes we often forget about it because
Fisher broke its arm last week.
I know, right? I'm like, I made a complete 180 to my character right now, man. It's weird. But, you know what my favorite thing about this episode is? I love that Pokemon can be used outside of what they're normally known for. From battling, from trying to catch Pokemon. It's just nice to get a refreshing change of pace with implementing Pokemon in comedic content like this. Things you never see happen before. Like, that's why some of the most memorable episodes for Pokemon are often the ones where they put Pokemon in situations that you wouldn't really imagine, like how there was the Vikavolt race that happened in Sun and Moon, or say the skateboard competition that happened in Johto, things like that. People remember those.
The poke
with
ringer,
the birds, and of course the Subara moment.
Yeah, I love that one.
But these are things that we enjoy because they stand out. They stick out for good reason. And it's stuff like that that I appreciate a lot because it's like we can take the liberty to, put these Pokemon in funny comedic moments. They don't always need to fight. They don't always need to go and catch things. No, they can do shit like this. And if the stories and journeys can do something like that, where they can bring more of the Pokemon to situations that you wouldn't normally see them in, I think that's brilliant. And that's why I appreciated this episode so much, is because it's a nice change of pace from what we've been going through for the past couple of months. It's been ongoing battle after battle after battle. So to kind of just move away from that for a bit and just focus on this one single thing, which, by the way, I think that's another thing to talk about regarding this episode. This episode took place in just one spot. They never moved out of this spot.
Yes.
That's my other thing to talk about. It just shows that even in such limited placements that they are in, they're still able to create a perfect episode. Well, not a perfect episode, but a well-written episode.
Yeah, really
it's
Close, but like you,
close
TSS, I also cannot just say it's straight up perfect. It also has its little mini flaws, but
no.
Yeah, but, it's just a
but like
foodie
for a
and
food
goddamn-
episode, though, this is brilliant,
but-
man. I loved it.
And I want to respond to Goose King here real fast. Felt like a good Sun and Moon filler episode. I disagree
where's
with
the
that
animation?
because well, no, not just that, but there is no cocaine.
Oh yeah, no. See, that's a Sun and Moon thing.
And no face. That's a no stupid facial. Very limited on the facial gag.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's really toned down, and I would say that it's better than those things because, like I said, Sun and Moon, they relied too much on reactions and weird animation, and they didn't really use that. They didn't really do that today, in PM 2019. That's why I prefer this series over Sun and Moon, just because of the fact that we don't have to fucking worry about
like suddenly Ash turning into a totem. That makes no sense. If anyone remembers that from Sun and Moon, but I agree with you 100% on that though, and I think that's also great because like this is an episode that Journeys can have under its belt, as one of its successful episodes, and I hope that this second year that we are in is where we can start seeing Journeys realize the potential that it actually has because it's titled Journeys. I know that's for the dub, but I'm just saying, like, they're going on a worldwide scale to travel across the Pokemon world. So expand your options. Don't make it always about battling. Make it about themes that can use the Pokemon in creative ways to get comedic outcomes or even brilliant outcomes too.
I said that earlier. I agree with that. And remember, I'm the XY fan. So
battles are great. Catching is great. But every now and then you also need to kind of mix things up just to keep things fresh and diverse.
I just want to point something out here. We've compared to the last several episodes or the last like 30 episodes where we had such division. Isn't it just a fucking great breath of fresh air that everybody can agree for fucking
right?
once?
When was this? The last time? No, the first time we began disagreeing, I think, was probably when the Sobble incident happened. And I recall telling chat, I spoke about this shit for months. Everybody scoffed at me when I said it. I'm telling you guys, Ash was gonna get the Farfetch and Go's getting the Sobble. Everybody was like, woohoo, you are incorrect, sir. Look where we're at now, my friend. So clearly, I'm just saying, you guys need to expect the unexpected with Journeys, because that's still one of the best things about Journeys. It just throws you a curveball. You don't know what the hell to expect with this show. I mean, the fact that we just bounced from 180 from what happened last week into this week, and like we were in such a negative Nancy for that episode, and now here we're just having the blast of our lives, man. So yeah, I'm just happy with the outcome. Like I like that Journeys can rely on its premise rather than relying on its history, and it can just allow itself to be what it wants to be without needing nostalgia to blend in with this shit. So I'm happy with how things turned out.
Right.
So overall, one of my favorite episodes. If not, maybe the best. I'll see what happens. But if I ever need a good laugh, I'm coming back to this one though. Yeah.
You can go back.
Oh yeah,
sure.
for
I
sure.
swear,
Yeah,
I'm still
definitely.
missing
No,
something.
I saw. Yeah, because I saw part of that reaction. I wanted to watch your live reaction to that
Oh man,
Blaziken section, and then it's like that's
Oh no,
you were
I
spent.
couldn't.
You were
I was
fucking
fucking
done.
wasted at that point. I was like, that episode got me good. It's because, like I
It got
mentioned,
me
no.
too. It got me too because it's like
it was the build up to that
you know,
joke. I just loved how it just like you don't expect it because they build up Blaziken.
yeah. You hear the music. Yeah, you hear the music stop. And the comedic
And
kind
the
of slow down and
violins.
stuff. Then the violin comes in, and,
Yeah.
Oh god.
the slow
And then the
zoom in, and
reflection, and it was the reflection that killed me with this one, man. The reflection, like the fact that they
Yeah.
had to animate that shit, I think is what sold it for me. That they animated the reflection to show in Blaziken's eye, and I'm like, yes, I loved it. So, see, this is why I love doing
That's kind of funny. I
reactions,
think.
man. I will
Go
say,
ahead.
I will
Yay.
say,
Not
caused-
a good
I
sign.
was gonna say I am a little
No.
disappointed that I didn't get to see my boy Ben, Zach, and Raph do the reaction to it though.
Yep. And the people that think that I'm putting zeros in there, that's because the
Oh,
plate that I
okay. I
had
thought you
fell.
ranked the episode as 0.
Um,
No, I was gonna.
Add a
I remember
1 to
that.
that.
Zero
and you got
point
it.
one.
I remember that. Oh, I remember that night though on Friday when he asked me, "He's like, oh, did you watch the episode?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, oh, I was not expecting like everyone would love that Blaziken scene. Like it was a huge hit. And I was like, and I was kind of like, I was just like, I don't know what it was, but it's just, who would have thought it would be like the funniest scene in the while.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
but yeah,
So let's
continue.
talk about the preview because we have continuity from this episode, and we're gonna
And
have
it
it in the next
explains
one.
why Team Rocket just happens to unexpectedly be in Unova. Because you can understand that since they participated in the contest, they had to have known the winner's result as to what you would win if you came in. And that was an all expense paid trip to the Unova region. And so I assume because of the shit outcome that happened, they're probably pissed off at Go and they're gonna go and fucking.
Yep. They're gonna get their revenge and
And I think that's what makes it great. It's like, shit, we can't forget about what happened last week. We gotta fix this. But yeah, TSS, you want to briefly touch upon that preview?
Yeah, so what happens is so you have Lucario and Cinderace, they get stuck together. I guess maybe they got caramel or some shit. They're stuck together. They're trying to break apart. And you just see like some comedic moments in the trailer itself. And then you just see like them going crazy for fucking sweets and stuff. So this is gonna be another fun episode, I think.
Yeah, continuing off the last one.
Another
Another great
reference,
thing?
the 50,000 one.
I think that's also what made me enjoy this episode. They knew Cinderace and Lucario did not need to be here because they're going to be hogging up the screen for next week's episode. So they had no intention to put them in this one, and they're saving them for the next one.
Yeah.
And I think that's also another good thing too. It's like they knew how to write this one.
And it will show their chemistry. It will show you their how they work together and they try to convince people that they're together and
I think the thing is back then I thought that I was a little bummed out how we didn't get to see Riolu and Reboot react together as much because they're normally never stuck together. But to see their final forms be the ones to react with each other, I think might be a little bit more comedic. I'm not gonna lie on that.
Well, I mean, they're plastered all over the PM 2021
Yeah, so
calendar.
I'm excited to see what they have in store for those two. The fact that the preview just shows them like in like one of those stupid anime moments where you just see them like slowly zooming, and they're slowly just like moving from left to right, like they're just sliding off the screen. And Ash and the others are just trying to figure out what the hell's happening here with this Pikachu. So I love that like shit's happening in the background. Like there's two stories. Yeah, there's two stories going on at the same time, but they're kind of working with each other, and I think that's also going to probably help with this episode. I have good hopes with this one. It's also because we never see Cinderace and Lucario react with each other before, so to have the chemistry there be new for this episode, I have a lot of hope for this one.
Also, Seijin Thomas did some of the Sakuga in this episode.
Yeah, and
And also some new faces as well. There's some foreign, really decent
Yeah.
foreign
Also,
names
I
in
guess
there.
while we're here as well, Krissa, I just also want to say, finally they figured out what they want to do with the assistants, man. I'm so happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah, as I commented earlier, I love that they
Mhm.
actually they shows that she has so much
Yeah,
passion
and I
about
hope that
this.
she continues to do more of this sort of stuff. You know what? You know what I'm gonna identify her as? She's gonna be the weeb of the group. She's gonna know
Yeah.
everything. Like I swear to God, if there's like some kind of mech episode coming later down the road, she's gonna be in there and she's gonna probably talk about all the mech stuff and whatnot. I swear, like I think she is probably going to be that weeb character within the group. And I hope she appears more often alongside with the other dude and his Magnemite because I love those two as well. And hopefully we get more of
Yeah.
them. So yeah, so assistants
Mhm.
always get mistreated. Look at Tracy. Yeah, and he was part of the main cast for a while, and he was still treated exactly, Richie. So
Mhm.
yeah, bye guys. Nice podcast, KG. Thank you guys so much for that. And yeah, so what do you guys say? We wrap it up then. Alrighty then. Well, I
Yes.
guess
And I
Yep.
have
Mhm.
and I have my own plug to do, but
all
let's
right.
do
Well,
the
first
outro
of all,
first.
let's go and let's see what people have to say about this episode as a whole. So let's see. How do you rate this episode? And overall, what does everybody here in the chat agree unanimously? From a 1 to 10, if you were to give rank, I didn't hear it beforehand, so I apologize on that. I know TSS said he was like very close.
9-9. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna rank it like Amazon review. We're gonna have a 1 to a 5 star. uh, all right, so there we go. We have the poll open up there for chat. How do you guys want to rate this episode? Personally, I'm gonna get if this is the only one I can give, so I'll probably give it a 5 star out of that one. It's not a perfect 5 star, but it's definitely like getting inching closer to the 5 star than the 4 star.
I think for me, 4 out of 5
All
is
right.
appropriate.
But okay, so now, with that said, let us go and wrap things up then for the night while we're waiting for everybody to get themselves the chance to vote for a little bit. First of all, I want to thank everybody here in the call for taking the chance to come in for tonight. We had a lot of discussion, from Masters, mobile games, you guys name it all. It was a blast to talk about that. And then, of course, getting into this episode, I not gonna lie, I was genuinely surprised to see everybody come out positive with this episode. I thought it was like one of those because obviously comedy is very subjective. You don't know if everybody's also going to appreciate the same kind of humor as you would. So to see that mainly everybody here in the group really enjoyed this episode too also made me very happy, especially with the events that happened last week. Getting this kind of change of pace is very warming, I'll say the least. And once again, everybody here in the call, let's give a shout out to everyone: Tyrone the God 3, TSS Killer, R Farley Dude 97, and our other pal here, Nessa
Nailed it.
4587. If you guys would love to go and follow them via their social media accounts, you shall find their Twitter links down in the description below in the friends segment. So make sure to go and check them out if you have yet to do that. You should definitely give it a shot
And
to just follow them and see their daily shenanigans unfold. I think you guys would enjoy that a lot.
And also for the folks that like to hear me go and analyze and give my blunt opinion on things, the Elton John 1984 European Express tier maker video is up on the Greg Synth Wizard channel. The Greg Synth Wizard. The Greg Synth is a great friend of mine from Michigan. We have collabed with Elton John live stuff for the last 10 years. I'll put the link on Twitter, but you could just search on Greg Synth Wizard on YouTube. The latest video, like I said, is the 1984 tier maker list. We have a couple of friends from the UK. We go in depth, and if you like, my bluntness and my reactions, and also not only reactions but chemistry with people. And if you like my chemistry in general, you would love that. Even if you're not a music fan, I think you would still get a great kick on the ribs and the jabs we take at each other. But it is a really nice, in-depth analysis of music. If you like music theory, then this is for you. I will post the video on my Twitter account, so follow me at TSSKiller, and I'll probably post it sometime tomorrow. But the video is up now, so check that out. Also, I posted a video for Rika for her birthday. It's a scene from AG-72 where freaking Aniko and freaking Hagani are fighting and the whole freaking thing. And I think it's one of the Rika's best vocal performances from that era. That's when she was at her peak. So check that out as well.
Alrighty then. So, what do you guys say we go and wrap things up?
Pokemon,
Then?
yeah. Pokemon
Yep.
Diamond Part 18 will be out tomorrow, 3 my time. So 3 p.m.
Nice.
Central. Pokemon Diamond Part 18. We got Soul
Hey,
Queen
that's
in
the
that.
that's the one with Salt.
So yeah.
Sweet. All right.
Yes.
Looking forward to rewatching that
Yeah.
episode again. Okay,
Yep.
so let's go and raid somebody. Why don't we to go and wrap things up for tonight? I see.
Let's do it.
And I'm going to check at the Bob Barker
All
channel.
right. Let's go raid Galactic Elliot. So with that being said, ladies and gents, let us go and call it a night once again. Thank you guys so much for being with us here. We'll talk with all of you guys later, however, in whatever video we make. Take care, everyone. And as always, make sure to have yourself an awesome day. We'll see you guys then, everybody.
Wash your fucking
All right.
hands.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Good night.